Ladies and gentlemen, the undeniable will to win. What a topic. What an incredible topic. But just before I came on the live stream, I was telling myself this, and this is gonna sound crazy, but those of you who know me understand why I do this. I was literally calling myself a hero right before starting this live stream because I think to myself, look at all the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Week in, week out, month in, month out, year in, year out, every single day, applying pressure, continuing to push, continuing to win, continuing to want to win, the undeniable will to win. That fire within my body, within my soul has never diminished, never wavered, never flickered. It's only been press onward, forward at all times. And so as more and more time goes by, and I meet people in my past and I, reconnect with those from when I was growing up, people I used to do business with, people I used to train, mentor, etc. And they see where I'm at and they say, oh my goodness, this is incredible. I'm so happy for you. You're winning so big. Every time I talk to you again, it seems like you're doing bigger. It seems like you're doing better. It's like, yeah, well, that's what happens with compound interest. Yeah, that's what happens with the undeniable will to win over the course of many years. You're just going to continue to win. That's what happens. It's the consistency. It's the undeniable will to win for years and years and years on end in which you see these massive changes in your life. Compound interest is something that they talk a lot about in investing. The power of compound interest, the power of having time. If you start investing when you're 20, 21, 22, 23, 24 years old, and you only put in $1,000 a week or $1,000 a month into an investment account, and it's compounding 10% year in, year out for the next 50, 60, 80 years, that $1,000 investment a month turns into multi-millions of dollars over the course of a lifetime. How? Because of the power of compound interest, the consistency of the investment, the willingness to be able to wait and be consistent over time is what makes you win big. The reason people get so discouraged to start new things in their life and try to become successful is because they have this expectation of things are going to happen either, number one, very quickly, or they expect to see the change immediately. They expect others to see the change in them immediately. That's not how things work. That's not how things change over time. When you see a child from when they're a little baby throughout the first 10 years of their life, the parents themselves they don't notice the incremental changes in that child's life every day, day to day, because they're with that child every day. But over the course of a year, 2 years, 3 years, that aunt, that uncle, that family friend who hasn't seen that child in years says, oh my goodness, look at how much you've changed. Look at how this is incredible. You're so big now, etc. And the parents didn't even notice it because they were there for the day-to-day process. They were there for the incremental changes taking place on a daily basis that you didn't notice with the naked eye, but are taking place. That's what success, that's what business, that's what winning looks like. You, the person who's going through every day trying to get to where you want to get to, don't see the incremental changes in your life. You don't see the growth that's taking place. It's only when you see somebody for the first time or talk to somebody for the first time in a year or 2 years where they tell you how much you've changed and how different you were from the last time that they saw you. And then it validates, it solidifies all the effort, all the energy you've been putting into growing yourself as an individual over those 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years. It's the validation that you were looking for. But that's what discourages people. They don't see the change themselves. They don't think that the consistency, the little efforts, the little things they're doing on a daily basis are actually affecting their life and affecting their growth when they are. Right? Success is much like building a home. When you start the construction of a new, beautiful home, for the first 6 months out of the 8 that it takes to build that home, for those first 6 months, it doesn't look like much of a home at all. You don't even know that there's going to be a home being built there. It's not until the very last month or two when you see the walls start to go up, when you see the plumbing get put in, the electricity, the walls, the house actually take form. It doesn't actually happen all until right at the end. And so what happens is people look at this foundation being built. They look at this property being built. They see no home there. They see no progress. They see the structure is not actually there. It's not present. It doesn't look like the home that they were trying to build. And they think, oh, well, nothing must be going on then. When that's not true at all. those 6 months where it doesn't look like much of a home at all, that's the majority of your life. That's the majority of your daily life, is basically building without actually really seeing what you're building. But you can't get discouraged and you can't forget sight or lose sight of what the end vision is, because everything that you're doing now is the foundation to build the home, that success story of your life that you're working towards. And so you must possess the undeniable will to win every single day in order to get to that house you're trying to build. Okay? The best way to explain it is you have to be so delusional about winning to the point where people just don't understand what you're trying to do. They don't get it. It will never be a secret. It won't be a secret as to why you have success. And it's very obvious as to why people have success and why some don't. The point is that it's just so difficult to do the things that are required to win at a high level. I'll give you an example, okay? There's things that you can choose to do on the weekends. Monday through Friday, you go to work. If you have a normal job, you have your evening time to do what you do in the evening, and then you have your weekends. Weekends are 2 days of every week. There's 52 weeks in a year. That's 104 weekend days in a year. 99% of people are unwilling to sacrifice those 104 days in order to improve themselves, improve the lives of those around them, build their business, make more money, etc. So it's those very people that look at somebody like me and say, holy shit, man, you're doing so well. You're doing so great. How did you do it? You must just be different. You must be smarter. You must have been more lucky than I was. You must not have the same problems that I had. When in reality, there's really nothing different about me and you. It's just that I made the decision that I was going to win and be unwilling to waver on my path to success. So if that meant, in order for me to win in a sales environment, in a business environment, in a fitness environment, in order for me to win, I would have to sacrifice more time and more energy than you to be able to win. Therefore, I'm going to do that because I must win. I have to win. And it's that winning, that consistent sacrifice over a long enough period of time that you've now seen compound into the success that people see, into the greatness that people see, into the speech abilities that people hear, into the confidence that people see. That's all been developed over that 2 days every single weekend that other people are unwilling to give up. So there really is nothing different. It's just some people have an undeniable will to win, and others are just okay with losing. And the second that you're okay with coming in second place, the moment that you've accepted losing as an option, you will then tend to take second place in every aspect of your life for the rest of your life. And you will live that way, and you will be a second-class citizen. You will fucking pick up garbage for other people. You will work for other people your entire life. You'll never get out of the matrix. You'll never become free. You'll never become rich. It's never going to happen because you became okay with losing.